This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
And he's going to get that base hit. Landon Donner is going to round third. They're going to send him, and the throw's coming in. It's not going to be in time, and he slides in head first for the win. Now, looks to be that one's hit well to left field, and it might have a chance, and it is gone. It is a two-run home run for Andy Mock. And the Stars are on the board. It's 2-0.
And now, the cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
All right, welcome back to Sioux Falls Stadium. It's the Birdcage here, home of the Sioux Falls Canaries, part of the American Association League here. This is their home field. This is the same field that the FM Redhawks visit on their road games. And this is our second game here, broadcasting from the Birdcage here on Magnitude Sports. The West Fargo Patriots, trailing 4-0, get 6 runs over a couple of innings, and they will pick up a win 6-4 over Osseo. And now it's the Post 400 Stars versus Hopkins. The Stars will be the visitors on the scoreboard, and Hopkins will be the home team on the scoreboard. We'll turn it over to our PA announcer here. If it works, I'll monitor it and come back if needed.
Number 15, Ethan Claus. Number 20, Hayden Crescent. And number 21, Ben Crawford. Now the starters for Fargo, batting first, right fielder number 6, Oliver Luke. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Easton Rarick. Batting third and pitching, number 10, Kobe Sen. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 16, Colton Auld. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 11, Caden Graff. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 18, Andrew Mock. Batting third and catching, batting seventh and catching, number 3, Tate Gustafson. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 35, Elias Mock. And batting ninth, second baseman, number 13, Jackson Weiswanger. And the coaches for Fargo, North Dakota. Please welcome them to the field, ladies and gentlemen, from Fargo, your visiting team. And now the home team on the scoreboard, Hopkins, Minnesota. First with the reserves, number 1, Brandon Johnson. Number 10, Will Tomanek. Number 15, Aaron Aoun. Number 17, Ryder Lane. And number 20, Noah Otmar. Starters for Hopkins, batting first. And playing third base, number 4, Cole Bayer. Batting second, the catcher, number 19, Jack Bowser. Batting third, the shortstop, number 9, Jake Perry. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 22, Brock Zimmer. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 24, Ryan McGee. Batting sixth, right field, number 21, Americo Salati. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 16, Paul Safransky. Batting eighth, second baseman, number 12, Charlie Schaefer. Batting ninth, center fielder, number 7, Jackson Yu. on today, right-hander number 23, Gabe Olson. Ladies and gentlemen, Hopkins, Minnesota.
All right, so there's your starting lineups for the Hopkins Flyers and the Stars, Post 400 Stars.
At this time, South Dakota's State Commander, Gary Walko, will read the sportsmanship code.
All right, guys, welcome to Sioux Falls. I'm going to read the code here, and you guys repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a sound heart in defeat, keep my pride in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. All right, let's play ball.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats and face the flag. To honor America, our national anthem.
All right, if they sing it, we'll keep it here. They're playing it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. We're live here at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls Stadium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's Game 2 of the American Legion Central Plains Regional Tournament. And this one features the Hopkins Flyers, who were the runners-up in the Minnesota State Championship, versus the Post 400 Stars out of Fargo, North Dakota, who were runners-up in against the West Fargo Patriots, the team we saw in the first game, as they would fall 3-1 in that state championship game after defeating them earlier in that tournament. So West Fargo able to get one back on the Post 400 Stars. And so far, North Dakota has won the games, but there's only been one game. So 6-4 in that first game with West Fargo over Osseo. And we'll see if the Post 400 Stars can potentially duplicate that performance here and take an ND sweep in the first two games of this tournament, or if Hopkins will get one back from Minnesota. Not that that's a clear definition of how things want to go here or anything like that. But with that said, let's move on. Starting lineups here, you may have heard them, but just in case, we'll go over them once again. Maybe you're just joining us. The Stars will bat like this. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. Right fielder Oliver Lutt, shortstop Easton Merrick, and the starting pitcher Kobe Sen. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 will be the center fielder Colton Almy, the left fielder Caden Graff, and the first baseman Andy Mock. The bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 will be the catcher Tate Gustafson, the third baseman Eli Mock, and the second baseman Jackson Beiswinger. Setting up defensively for Hopkins, it'll be Gabe Olson on the mound to start things off. And catching the pitches from Gabe Olson behind the plate will be Jack Mauser. And then around the bases, at first you got Ryan McGee. At second you have Charlie Schaefer. At third, at shortstop you have Jake Perry. At third you have Cole Byer. And then in the outfield and left you have Paul Safransky. Straightaway center center field is Jackson View. And then in right field, you have America Scolati. And I want to say thanks to the Hopkins coach, not only for telling me that the hard names on the roster were not here today, but also when I went through them, he's like, congratulations, you got all of them right. Most people butcher them. So I'm glad that I was able to do that here, and hopefully our PA announcer, he's not in the same box. He was struggling with a couple names for Fargo. Hopefully he'll pick those up here. But we got them right for you here on Magnitude. That's what matters. I can't control what doesn't happen here at Magnitude. I can only control what does happen here in Magnitude land. So once again, we want to thank our sponsors, including mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, along with Go Promo in West Fargo, Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo, the Ball Yard in Fargo, and also ProMark Services in West Fargo as well. Let me double check something here really quick. Yes, okay, got it. Okay, just had to double check something there. And I want to say hi to Vicky, the first one to chime in here on this game on our chat. Once again, we've opened it up to subscribers only, since Hopkins fans only get a couple broadcasts a year from us. We're not going to expect them to pay to chat. So we've opened it up to subscribers only for our chat. So if you'd like to chime in and cheer on your team, you're more than welcome to. Just keep it clean, keep it friendly, keep it on the terms of sportsmanship, and if things get wild, we'll shut it down. But if they don't get wild, then we'll leave it open for our friends from both the Post 400 Stars and the Hopkins Flyers to chit-chat with each other and cheer on their team respectively from wherever you may be watching from. We want to thank those who watched the first game. I would suspect we might have a couple of those, if not more than a couple, tuning in for this game too. And we had over 1,100 viewers for that first game, and 184 of those 1,100 viewers subscribed to the channel, all in one game. That is an absolute record for most subscribers in one game. I don't think we've ever cracked like maybe 30 probably in one game was the previous record. So totally blew that one out of the water. When I went over to grab the watch link from our YouTube channel to put it onto our website for the on-demand, I was like, are you kidding me? I saw the numbers and my eyes just got big and my jaw kind of dropped a little bit. I'll be honest with you. Those are some significant numbers for a baseball game. Those are the kind of the numbers that we get in a regular season football game. So, and most of the time in the summer when we do, or even in the spring when we do softball, baseball, or summer baseball, well, everybody's at the field and only a few are watching. So that is certainly appreciative, and we're glad that we can bring the games to those who are unable to attend here personally. So once again, this is a matchup here between the Post 400 Stars out of Fargo and the Hopkins Flyers, both of them runners-up in their respective state tournaments, and we want to thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast coverage possible. We're going to take a break and let Gabe Olson warm up, and we'll be back with their first pitch in just a moment.
Magnitude Sports has delivered over 1,000 broadcasts capturing all fourth quarter comebacks, walk-off home runs, buzzer beaters, 62-point volleyball sets, and double overtime victories. The excitement is on Magnitude Sports. Over 150 teams from 5 states and 2 countries have been featured on Magnitude Sports at both the varsity and sub-varsity levels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and select your alert preference so you never have to miss that big moment from your favorite area sports team. Find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, and there's a good look at Gabe Olson on the mound, who'll be starting things off here for Hopkins. I want to say hi to Matt. He says, let's go Hopkins. Thanks, Matt, for chiming in. I certainly appreciate your viewership, and we wish the best of luck to your team in both this game as well as the entire tournament here as we get things rolling in the top of the first. Stepping up to the plate here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars is the leadoff batter, Oliver Lucht, as we start the first inning of play. And the first pitch is in for a strike to Oliver Lucht, and it comes at 12:27 p.m. Mostly cloudy skies, 79 degrees. When we started the first game this morning, it was 66 Here's a quick throw out at first for the 4-3. 1 up, 1 down. Oliver Luck expired, and Easton Rarick to step up to the plate next here for the Stars.
Jack Hauser.
Easton Rarick, when he gets hits, gets on base, it's usually because the ball goes to right field. If it goes to left field, he has flied out on 100% of his left field hits here on Magnitude Sports. And that one's going towards left, but it's also foul, and that will land in the box for a strike, and it's 0-1. Once again, we want to give a shout out and a big thank you to Midco Sports for allowing Magnitude Sports to broadcast the West Fargo Patriots and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. They certainly did not have to grant us that permission, but they were kind enough to do so, and we can't thank them enough. We certainly appreciate that. And that one's up high and out for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Easton Rarick. As the wind's picked up a little bit here in this game, it's kind of on and off. And we'll try and cancel that out as much as possible here in our field mics. Kobe Sen, your starting pitcher for the Post 400 Stars, is the batter on deck. Right up the middle, and it'll bounce off the bag, and that gets away from Jake Perry, who otherwise might have had it. Easton Rarick gets on with a single, give the assist to the second base, literally, not the player, but the bag. And Rarick's on with a single. Kobe Sen's up to the plate now. Kobe Sen is an equal opportunity outfield hitter here for the Post 400 Stars. He'll place it where he wants to place it, when he wants to place it. We'll put it that way. His spray chart touches pretty much every single part of the outfield this season here on Magnitude Sports. That first pitch is fouled away for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here with 1 out, and a runner on first is Easton Rarick. And the pitch, and a check swing, and they will say it's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Kobe Sen now. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. Here at the 2021 Central Plains Regional Tournament, 3 minutes into the ball game. Another check swing, and he did not go again, and it's ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. That last pitch from Gabe Olson came off his arm at a blistering 79 miles per hour. 2-1 the count. And the pitch, and that one's high. Sen had to duck down. That one was heading right for his helmet. And it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. 1 out, 1 runner on. That's Easton Rarick on first. Olson sets, delivers, strike 2. Nice pitch directly down the middle. You could almost draw a straight line on that pitch there. I don't think it went left or right or anything. I think it left his arm and went directly straight, 90 degrees. Or 180, I should say. And it's a strikeout. Sen goes down looking. That's the first strikeout of the game for Gabe Olson. That puts 2 outs on the board. Brings up Colton Alme. They did not have walk-up music for the first game. I'm surprised they have it for this game. I don't know if the players selected it or if they're just doing it randomly. I would suspect it's randomly because every time Colton Alme's stepped up to the plate, I've never heard that song. So, but it is a good song, and Alme will blast this one into the stands off the first base side for a strike. 0-1. Colton Alme's spray chart goes mostly to left field, has a few hits to right. For the most part, avoids center. And 0-1 here as Olson sets, looks at the runner on first, and delivers. And this one fouled off first base side again for 0-2 here for Colton Alme. 0-0 between the Stars and Flyers here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. one hit for the Stars and one runner on, and there's 2 away here in the bottom half, or the top half of the first. He'll check the runner on first. And Olsen delivers. Swing and a miss. Almy goes down on strikes, and that ends the top half of the first inning. It'll be Cole Byard, Jack Mauser, and Jake Perry. When we return after the break here, it's 0-0 on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. It's the 2021 Midwest Region Central Plains Regional Tournament live here on Magnitude Sports. We'll be back in a moment. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town and Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town and Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Now. All right, welcome back. Kobe Sen warming up on the mound here for the Post 400 Stars. And he'll face off against Cole Byard to start the bottom half of the first. Want to say hi to Greg and Jim. They're both back watching here. I know Greg watched the first game. Thanks for tuning in again. Greg wishing the Rarick boys and the rest of the Post 400 Stars a big day here on the first game of the program in program history at the Central Plains Regional Tournament here for the Post 400 Stars is what I was trying to say. And then Jim from North Carolina back again for more baseball Magnitude Sports. He says, go Stars. So Jim has gotten a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for here? A connection, I guess, maybe, to these North Dakota teams, as I know he's checked them out on many occasions over the summer season here. So we certainly appreciate his loyal viewership. This one, Byer will get it over second baseman by swinger to Mock for the 4-3 ground out, and the bottom of the first starts the exact same way the top of the first starts, on a 4-3 ground out to put one away, and that brings up Jack Mauser.
Catcher number 19, Jack Mauser.
And once again, Hopkins fans, if I do have any of your names mispronounced, just feel free to chime in on the chat. I'll make a mental note and I'll get them right. But as I said earlier in our pregame show, I did talk to the coach as the pitch comes in for a ball, and he applauded me on getting them all right the first time through, which happens occasionally, but not making the catch there is Oliver Lucht, and that is 2 down now here for Hopkins in the bottom half of the first. Once again, both these teams runners up in their respective state tournaments. The winner of this game will play the nightcap tomorrow at 7:30, and the other team will play an elimination game at 12:30 tomorrow. As that brings up Jake Perry, and the opponents will be to be determined. They'll be determined based on the outcomes of the 2 games later this evening. West Fargo Patriots will play at 4 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of the next game, which comes after this one. That one will be broadcasted, or streamed, I should say, on Midcoast Sportsnet. And running to left and chasing after it, couldn't quite catch up to it there. He was about a step shy, as the that area that you see right there is actually a walkway to the public portion of the ballpark, which gets you into the stands here. You can see you got some Post 400 fans, kind of not necessarily social distance, but and then we do have some Hopkins fans over here as well. So good showing, about an equal showing for both of these teams here in Sioux Falls. As we return to the field now with Kobe Sen facing off against Brock Zimmer. Oh, I'm sorry, wait, I'm a batter ahead of myself. This is Jake Perry still. Brock Zimmer is on deck should Perry reach base with 2 away. And this one down first base. It's fair. And Andy Mock will fire it to Sen, who comes up and covers the first base bag. And that retires Hopkins here in the bottom half of the first. No score through one. And the second is on the horizon right after the break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Be right back.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just GoPromo. Visit justgopromo.com.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Once again, it's Gabe Olson on the mound. I don't know if we went around the bases for the Flyers in that first inning. So just in case I didn't, we'll do it right now. Ryan McGee at first, Carly Schaefer at second, Jake Perry at short, Cole Byer at third, Jack Mauser behind the plate catching. And then in the outfield, you got Paul Safransky in left, Jackson View in center, and Americo Scolati in right field. I love saying his name because it sounds like a name you'd hear in the major leagues, and whenever I can say one of those major league names correctly, it makes me smile, I guess you could say. Caden Graff. And this one will be just, nice diving stop by the shortstop, and he's safe. He runs out the throw. I think the throw bounced off the glove of first baseman McGee, and they will charge it as a hit, so it'll be a hit for Caden Graff, and he'll reach on a single. But it was a nice diving stop there by Charlie Schaefer, the second baseman, and he almost threw out Caden Graff there at first. And what a highlight play that would have been had he completed that play. But instead, Andy Mock will get his chance. He has a bunch of hits to left this season, including a couple home runs. A strike comes across the plate here. You saw Andy Mock on our opening highlights clips hit a home run to left. And that was in the program's first ever win at a state tournament. And now, a year later, they're here in the Central Plains Regional Tournament, looking for their first win in this tournament. Swing and a miss, strike two for Andy Mock. Magnitude Sports website has a nice article written on the West Fargo Patriots and Post 400 Stars in relation to the 2021 Central Plains Regional Tournament. If you haven't had a chance to read that, you can get the link at our website or on Twitter as Andy Mock goes down on 3 pitches. And I bring up Tate Gustafson. But in summary, this team has made significant strides forward, and they have made outstanding progress. 4 years ago, the team was 1-30. This year, they win 22 games going into the state tournament, possibly 24. 2 were called a tie due to severe weather. So those games never truly got completed, and they resulted in a tie. They might be the only team in North Dakota with ties on their record right now. I can't confirm that for sure, but. And then after getting 22 wins in the regular season, they go to the state tournament, knock off the 3 seed, the 2 seed, and the 1 seed. Fall short in that, quote, semifinal game against Bismarck, as Caden Graff will steal second. They would knock off, and then they would get a rematch against West Fargo in the state championship game and fall short 3-1 thanks to a couple solo shots in the top of the 7th. Otherwise, that game may have gone into extra innings. Pitch is now 3 balls and no strikes. Here to Tate Gustafson. Runner on second. Once again, it's Caden Graff. First runner in scoring position here in this game for either team. And here's the pitch. Up high for a ball, and that'll walk him on 4 pitches. Puts 2 runners on. Eli Mock with 1 out. Will he square up for a bunt, or will he just swing? We'll see. Jackson Beiswinger is on deck, and he has a grand slam this year. So if Eli Mott could reach base, it'd set him up for an opportunity for a second grand slam this year. However, might be a little bit tougher to get it in this ballpark. This ballpark, approximately about maybe 30 feet longer to left field than it is at Starry Bank Field in Fargo. And straightaway center, it's about 425. So it's a pretty deep ballpark. And in addition to deep outfields, you got high walls, and to get one that far and elevated and up and out of here might be a little bit more difficult than it would per se at another venue. So we'll see if any of these players can do it here. As the pitch comes across for a strike, that levels the count at 1-1 to Eli Mott. Once again, runners on first and second. Caden Graff on second. Tate Gustafson on first. And Gabe Olson sets, winds, deals the 1-1. Low and out for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. So if you're watching this as a neutral fan, if your team plays Post 400 or the West Fargo Patriots, we'll have the game for you here on Magnitude Sports. Otherwise, your game will be on Midcoast Sportsnet. And a nice charge in there from Scalati. He'll fire it back over to first, but Gustafson slides in time. And that puts 2 outs on the board here on the flyout by Mott, bringing up Jackson Beiswinger. Beiswinger, the 9th batter in the lineup here for the Stars. Still 2 runners on, now with 2 away, first and second, 17 minutes into the game, and still scoreless. Here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. Moving into third is Caden Graff. As the pitch goes into the dirt. And that will also move Gustafson up to second. And now a base hit for the Stars would be absolutely huge. And Beiswinger with 1 ball, no strike. Will try and get that hit for Post 400 here. Here's the deal. Swing and a miss by Beiswinger, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 deal from Olson. And that one is fouled at the plate. Good for a strike. 1-2. Well, Olson already has 3 strikeouts, so you could potentially get the 4th one here on this pitch. Here's the windup in the 1-2 delivery. That one's hit up high, right field, fouled away, and into the stands. And it'll remain 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Beiswinger goes down. That strands the 2 runners in scoring position as the airplane goes over. We'll take it to a break and let the airplane go away and be back in a moment.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, Kobe Sen on the mound. And he will face off against 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the order here for Hopkins. It'll be Brock Zimmer, Ryan McGee, and Americo Scolati. The three batters that Kobe Sen will face here in this bottom half of 2. 1-2-3 for Hopkins in the first inning on a 4-3 ground out, a fly out to right. And then another pop out to third base. And that moves us now into the bottom of the second. Pitch will float away for a ball. 1-0 here to Brock Zimmer. And Sen winds up and delivers, and it's 2-0. Swinging and a miss on a pitch that broke to the outside. Could have potentially been ball 3. Instead, it's 2 balls and a strike as a result. And that one will be right into left field. It'll get by Eli Mock as he was charging in on it, but it's just go right by him just at the right moment. As Eli Mock needed about an extra half step to field that one on the infield. It'll go into the books as a hit for Zimmer. That brings up Ryan McGee. So runner on here, and that's the first hit of the game for Hopkins. Comes 22 minutes in. I want to say hi to Connor, Matt, and Raphael all cheering on Hopkins here. We certainly appreciate. And they'll be, they're saying it was fair. It looked to be foul. And then Andy Mock would pick it up, step on the bag, and the umpire at first base said that McGee would be out. So that moves Zimmer up to second. And McGee, you can record that as a direct ground out to first, I suppose. And that'll bring up Americo Scolati. So runner on second with 1 away now. And Sen delivers, and Scolati fires foul down the third base side for strike 1. They apparently have like an air conditioner or something turned on right below our press box area here, so our mic's picking that up. We'll try and filter it out the best we can here for you, but not much I can do about it other than do the best I can. No balls and 1 strike here to Scolati. Once again, a fouled away pitch. Runner on is Zimmer on second for Hopkins. And Sen will set and wind and deal, and he puts it inside and missed the inside edge for ball 1, and it's 1-1 the count now here to Scolati. Paul Safransky is on deck. I have Sen down for 10 pitches. The daily pitch limit is 105. So just keep that in mind as this game goes deeper and deeper. And that one on the inside also missed, 2-1. So Sen missing on a couple of pitches to the inside now, and after an 0-1 count, Scolati gets ahead at 2-1. Once again, the runner on second is Zimmer. Has a fairly decent lead off on second there, and that one will be scooped off the dust by Gustafson for ball 3. Once again, I want to say thanks to the Ball Yard in Fargo, along with Healing Touch Chiropractic, Go Promo, ProMark Services, and mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union for making this broadcast possible between the Flyers and Stars. That one's going to center field. I lost it in the sun there for a moment, so I'm glad I had both outfielders on camera for you. And that is out number 2. So the fly out for Scolati brings us to batter number 7. It's Paul Safransky, who will try and keep this inning going here for Hopkins. So once again, Zimmer will stay on second. And they'll try the throw at second there, and a nice job there, patient by Byswinger. He saw that one leave Sen's hand not quite the way it probably should have, and he patiently reacted to make sure that ball did not go out into center field, which would have put Zimmer on third easily had that occurred. This one will bounce away, and now Zimmer will advance to third. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Safransky as Zimmer reaches on the pitch. So now Hopkins 90 feet away from breaking the goose eggs on the scoreboard. And we'll see if Sen can pitch his way out of this one. It's a little high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Keep in mind there's 2 away. So a ground out or a pop out would do the trick here, or even a strikeout. But right now, Sen's going to have to battle out of a 2-0 deficit here if he wants to get that. And he's going to get strike 1 there. Not sure if he made contact on it or fouled it away at the plate or not. But either way, if he did or didn't, it's a strike. And Sen charging up to the plate to cover just in case Zimmer tried to come home. And now 2-1 the count, and he'll deal. And that one is into the dust. 3 balls and a strike. Don't normally see this from Kobe Sen. Usually when you look at his ball strike split, it's 70-80% strikes. Right now he's just above 500, 9-8 on 17 pitches. Got that one there. 10-8 on 18 pitches, and it's a full count at 3-2. And we'll see if Sen can get the K on the payoff, or if runners will go on the corners. Here's the payoff pitch. Caught the corner. No, he did not. They'll walk him. They'll put runners on, and that'll bring up Charlie Schaefer now here for the Hopkins Flyers. As runners are on the corners, and the count is now clear for Schaefer. Jackson View would move up into the on-deck circle here, so with 2 away, if Schaefer can reach base, then we might see View this inning as well, and Kobe Sen, according to my numbers, will toss pitch number 20 here to Schaefer. 31 requires a day's rest. And let's see here. I had that chart somewhere here, and I don't have it now, but the pitch counts are the same for most of the tournaments that we've had, so I would assume that they're the same for the tournaments that Minnesota has had. But I believe it's 31, 61, 81, and then 81's 4 days rest, if I remember correct. So if my pitch numbers are accurate, Sen has 10 pitches available before he'll be forced to rest 1 day in this tournament. And I would suspect that there might be a visit to the mound here if Zimmer comes in, or if he doesn't come in and Schaefer gets walked here to load the bases. 2-1, and a nice catch there by Easton Rarick to end the inning. He almost had to dive to keep that one going from into left field, but Rarick stepping up big there defensively for the Stars, and it remains 0-0, and the Hopkins Flyers will strand 2 on base. We're back after this here on Magnitude.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, here's a good look at Gabe Olson warming up here. Once again, Olson will square off against the top of the order here. against the Post 400 Stars. It features Oliver Luck, Easton Rarick, Kobe Sen. Last time he squared off against the top of the order, Luck would ground out. Rarick would get a single to center. He would strike out Kobe Sen, and he would also face Colton Almy and strike him out. So 2 outs and a single on the top of the order last time around here for Gabe Olson. And now we'll see how he does this time around with the top of the order as we move into the top of the third. And that pitch appeared to be down the middle, but it must have just missed. It's ball 1. Once again, Luck grounded out to Charlie Schaefer, the second baseman, on a 4-3 last time he was at the plate. Takes this pitch high and out for ball 2. So once again, the winner of this game will play at 7:30 tomorrow night, and the loser will play at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. And both those matchups will be to be determined. Wherever the Stars end up, we'll have that game live for you on Magnitude. Wherever the Flyers end up, the Midco Sports will have that game live for you on the Midco Sports website. A 2-hopper to short, fires over to first, got the out. Nice play by Jake Perry at the shortstop there. That was not one of the easier ground outs to short to field for any shortstop for that matter, but Perry came up, made the play, and that's 1 away now here for the Stars. So ground out to second last time. This time he grounds out on a 6-3. That brings up Easton Rarick, 1 for 1. Had the single up the middle to put the first hit of the game on the board here for the Post 400 Stars, and for either team for that matter last time he was at the plate. And now the pitch from Olsen, hit the edge. Nice pitch on the outside edge. Painted the corner of the plate there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Olsen will wind up again and deliver. And this one popped up left field, giving chase, and that one will go all the way in the corner, and he won't be able to catch up to it. And now put the count at 0 balls, 2 strikes.
A special thanks to Dakota Sports for providing our tournament apparel store. Tournament t-shirts available on our main entrance, and the tournament store is open again. Tournament pre-orders will be available at the opening ceremony this afternoon. Thank you.
No balls, 2 strikes here to Easton Rarick. And the 0-2 delivery from Olsen is up high for a ball, 1-2. Once again, Rarick singled to center last time he was at the plate. 33 minutes into the ball game now. Once again, I want to say thanks to everybody back in Fargo, West Fargo, and all over North Dakota for that matter. I know we have viewers tuning in from Watford City and cheering on the Post 400 Stars. It's nice to see some of our normal opponents, even though their teams have been eliminated, they continue to support their quote local teams, even though they're on the opposite corners of the state. Here in the tournament, where the winner goes to the Legion World Series in Shelby, North Carolina. Still a lot of baseball to play before we can decide which team is going to head that direction. And then if you're watching from the Hopkins area, cheering on the Flyers, we certainly appreciate you tuning in as well. And that will walk Easton Rarick. And now Kobe Sen struck out looking last time he was at the plate. He'll try again.
Number 10, Kobe Sen.
That pitch is a little high and out for a ball 1 here to Kobe Sen. We'll put Colton Almy into the on-deck circle here. Gabe Olson now, according to my numbers, this will be pitch 43, and my numbers have been known to be off by about 5 pitches over the course of an entire game. So just keep that in mind. That's why I always say they're unofficial. We'll zoom out a little bit here and get those pick-off attempts at first. Once again, the runner on for the Stars is Easton Rarick. Olsen will set and deliver. And Sen will swing, send it out to right field. And on the run, he'll drop for a hit. And he'll get by Scolati, and he'll throw it in. And I believe runners are on the corners now as Eric advances to third. It should be a hit and maybe an error. We'll see how they charge it. They do charge it as a hit. So it's a hit for sure, and they do not put an error on the board, so we won't do the same. Or we'll do the same, I should say. And Easton Rarick advances the third on the little bobble there that could have gone either way. And the Stars, with one out, have a similar situation as they did in the top half of the, I believe it was the top half of the first, where they left two runners stranded on second and third. They had runners on the corners. Runner on first would steal second, and then the third out would occur after that. We'll see if the Stars can avoid a similar fate this time around, or if Gabe Olsen can pitch his team out of this little bit of a corners jam, if that's what you want to call it. And that one will be a little chopper right towards short. Perry tried to play it up to second, over to first, safe at first. So they get the force out on Kobe Sen. Easton Rarick comes home to score, and the Stars take the lead at 1-0. Here in the top of the third, they'll clear the count for Caden Graff. So once again, 2 outs on the board now. So Almy will actually pitch into or hit into a fielder's choice, as they'll get the force out at second. Rarick will score, and now the inning's over before I could update my scorebook. So we'll go to the middle of the third here. The Stars get a run. We'll add up the official hits. It should be 3 hits and not 4. We'll adjust that during the break and come back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back here to the Birdcage, Sioux Falls Stadium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's the 2021 Central Plains Regional American Legion Baseball Tournament. And we got the Stars and the Patriots live for you here on Magnitude Sports for as long as one or both of the teams are in the tournament. Jackson View will step up to the plate. And the first pitch will just miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Kobe Sen will see Jackson View, Cole Byer, and Jack Mauser this inning. That one will escape for ball 2. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by the Ball Yard in Fargo, Healing Touch Chiropractic, Go Promo, as well as ProMark Services in West Fargo. And our friend Sean Carlson, mortgage lender at Town & Country Credit Union in Fargo as well, with many locations in the Fargo, West Fargo area. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count here to Jackson View as Kobe Sen winds up for another one here, and a nice scoop there by Byswinger. He'll get it to Mock for the 4-3 ground out. So they'll retire View and brings up Cole Byer, who grounded out the Byswinger on his last trip to the plate as well. And that pitch will just miss for a ball. Sen just missing for a lot of balls here. And I don't know if the strike zone is larger, closer to home or not, but you don't normally see him throw that many balls. Little pop-up that goes foul into the stands first base side. So 28 pitches now according to my numbers, and an even 14-14 on the ball strike split. Sen winds, deals, fouled away, pitch hit the bat at 68 miles per hour. And the count will remain where it's at. Or actually, it'll become 1-2. It was 1-1 prior to that. So Sen with the 1-2. And that's grounded out, 2 hops. Rarick picks it up, fires it over, and it's a 6-3 ground out. And that's 2 away here for Hopkins in the bottom half of the third. And now it's up to Jackson Mauser to keep this inning going here for Hopkins as they trail 1-0 here to the Post 400 Stars here in the bottom of the third inning of the opening round of the Central Plains Regional Tournament here in Sioux Falls. It's the second year that they've had it. They had it in 2019. There was no tournament in 2020, at least not an official one. There may have been some independent tournaments that may have taken its place, but as we had a few of those up in North Dakota, I can tell you that for sure, but don't know all the specifics for all the states in the region here. And that pitch will come in and miss for a ball. That'll even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Mauser popped out into shallow right field last time he was at the plate. And here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one's fouled off the lower barrel of the bat, just to the right side of your viewing screen for a strike, and it's 1-2. A wind up from Sen and the 1-2 delivery, and that one's going to be popped up. And right field charging in, making the grab is Oliver Lucht, and that ends the third inning of play. 3 down, 4 to go, or more maybe. We'll see what happens in the final 4 frames when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just GoPromo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back here to the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Mostly cloudy, 79 degrees. The forecasted high today is expected to hit 84. Over the course of the next couple hours, we should see the low 80s. During the duration of this game, we should probably see 79 to 83 max. It'll get warmer potentially as the day goes on, but during this particular game, I think the temperature is going to probably max out at about 82, 83 degrees according to the present hour-by-hour forecast. But if anybody knows anything about weather here in the Midwest region, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, you know that could change in a matter of 20 minutes. So as you can tell, as our camera zooms in, we're high atop behind home plate here at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls. And moving in now to the bottom half of the third, it's Jackson Mauser, it's the top of the fourth, excuse me. I forgot to flip my scorebook over here. Pitch will come outside for a ball. Caden Graff, Andy Mont, Tate Gustafson. This inning for sure, and we'll see if we get deeper into the lineup or not. Caden Graff hit that infield single his last time at the plate. Now he's facing a 1-1 count. Make that 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Graff. A good pitch to swing at, but could not make the connection. Olsen will sneak up by him for strike 2. Ball, strike in that order, and the 2-2's on the way, and that's going to be a drop third strike, and he'll be tossed out at first for the first out. 2-3 on the throw out up to first for the strikeout for Gabe Olsen. That brings up Andy Mock.
Andrew Mock, average.
And Olsen winds up and delivers just a little outside for a ball, maybe a little low too. 1-0 here to Andy Mock. He struck out. He went down looking last time he was at the plate. And Mock will foul this one off the first base sideline for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. .51 pitches for Olsen now, 30 strikes, 21 balls unofficially according to my numbers. Once again, that would put him just shy of the halfway point of the pitch limit for the day. Most pitches allowed in one day is 105. If you reach 105, you can finish out the current batter, and then you have to exit the game at that point. Is that one we popped up on a little backspin foul towards the third base side, if that's what you want to call it. That was the slowest moving ball in the air I think I've seen in my career. 2-2. And this one a little bit quicker. We won't get by Cole Byer, though. And Byer fires it over to McGee for the 5-3 ground out. So I'll bring up the catcher, Tate Gustafson.
Come to the plate, the catcher number 3, Tate Gustafson.
And that one is hit foul to left, and that one will land for a strike. And he'll wind for pitch 55, and that one is low for a ball. It's 1-1 now here to take Gustafson. 2 away if Gustafson can, let's try it again. 2 away if Gustafson can reach base. It'd be Eli Mock on deck next here for the Stars. Here's the 1-0 deal. Or I'm sorry, the 1-1 deal, and now it's 2-1. That one's a little high, and it's 3-1 now here to number 3, Tate Gustafson. Once again, Eli Mock, the batter on deck here for the Stars, leading 1-0 over Hopkins here in the top of the 4th on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. This one chopped towards first. It'll be picked up by McGee. He'll step on the bag, and that retires the Stars here in the top half of the 4th. No runs across the plate, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and due up for Hopkins when we return after this. It'll be Jake Perry, Brock Zimmer, and Ryan McGee, batters 3, 4, and 5. Kobe Sen will toss pitch 35 when we return. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town and Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town and Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing. All right, welcome back. Post 400 Stars with a 1-0 lead here over Hopkins as we move into the bottom half of the 4th inning. And Kobe Sen on pitch 35 will face off against Jake Perry. He'll also see Brock Zimmer and Ryan McGee this inning. It's batters 3, 4, and 5 for Hopkins here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's been a good one so far and a tight one. And we've seen a lot of tight ones here in this postseason. Doesn't matter which two teams are playing. We haven't had a whole bunch of games result in more than a 2-run difference here. We've only had a couple in the tournaments that have resulted in more than a 1 or 2-run difference. And, well, that results in some good baseball. 1 ball, no strike. And here's the 1-0 delivery, and he'll swing and foul it away. And it's 1-1. Once again, it's Jake Perry, the batter. Brock Zimmer on deck. Kobe Sen on 36 pitches, 20 strikes, 16 balls, according to my numbers unofficially. He'll set, get the signal from Gustafson, wind, and deal the 1-1. And he'll hit the outside edge for strike 2. Nice pitch there by Kobe Sen, as he missed a few times on those left-handed batter, or I'm sorry, those right-handed batters when those pitches go to the inside. Here's the 1-2, swing, fouled it away. The count will stay right where it's at a ball and 2 strikes. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends Sean Carlson, go at mortgage lender at Town and Country Credit Union, Go Promo, Healing Touch Chiropractic, and the Ball Yard, as well as ProMark Services in West Fargo. And this one's popped up and out of play. No, as the sound effect will prove that it's out of play. So if you didn't trust me yet, now you can. Count will stay where it's at once again. 1-2, number 2 or 3 now. Last count. That one will kick up some dust. Even the count at 2 apiece. Once again, no runners on, nobody out. And Sen deals the 2-2, and that one's hit up high to right. And patiently getting underneath it there. Oliver Luck's like, is that thing ever going to come down from the sky? And he finally makes the catch, and that puts one away here for Hopkins. I'll bring up Brock Zimmer to the plate.
Designated hitter, number 22, Brock Zimmer.
Send pitch, and that one will miss. He almost took a swing at it, but it'll miss, and he checked his swing, and that's a good thing because that results in a ball here for Zimmer. Zimmer singled to left field last time he was at the plate. And the 1-0 deal from Sen will even the count up at 1-1 on the swing and the miss there by Zimmer. And another swing and a miss here by Zimmer. And it's 1-2. If you miss this game or you have family members who can't watch it live, no need to worry. As soon as the live broadcast concludes, about 5 minutes later, you can go to our website, click the word watch next to this game, and watch it on demand 24/7 at your convenience. So you don't have to give away the final score. You can send your family and friends to watch the game for themselves to see how everything turned out. Bottom of the 4th, and we're about 5 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark of the ball game right now. 54 minutes officially, about to tick over to 55. As you can see in the upper right corner of your screen there, the Stars got their run in the top of the 3rd. And it's a little chopper towards 3rd, charging in, and that will be an infield single there. Eli Mock, I'm not sure if it skipped under his glove or not, but once Easton Rarick picked it up, it was already too late to make the throw. No worry about, or no, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm drawing a blank.
Number 24, first baseman Ryan McGee.
Ryan McGee, the batter now. No chance needed to take a risk on a possible error. That one hit hard to right and into the corner. And did it drop fair? Doesn't look like it. Camera can't quite See, can I angle it? No, I can't even angle it there. So if anything goes there, we'll just have to do our best to do a play-by-play radio version of any plays in that deep corner of right field. So. One ball, one strike here to McGee. He grounded out his last time at the plate. A direct ground out to first, and now he takes the next pitch for a strike, and it's 1-2. One away, runner on first is Zimmer. On deck is Scolati. Sen gets the signal and delivers, and that'll be delivered into center field. And he's going to try for third. The throw is going to come in. That's going to be a close play. Got him at third. Zimmer gets thrown out at third, and McGee's on with a hit single to right. I was kind of wondering when he rounded second there if he was going to make it or not. That wasn't quite deep enough into the outfield to try and risk that, and he did risk it and ended up paying the price. So they'll trade the single for the out, and Zimmer gets tossed out. "8-5 on the throw out at third for Zimmer. That brings up Scolati to the plate now, and runner on first with 2 away. And the pitch will miss to the outside. Scolati will hold up his hand. McGee will hold up on first as a result. Scolati flying out to left field last time he was at the plate. I think it was a shallow left where the shortstop caught it, if memory serves me correctly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So far, the Stars have left 3 on base. Hopkins has left 2 on base. They got a runner on right now with 2 away. And we'll see if they strand him or not. And that one backing up and off the tip of the glove of Jackson Beiswinger. And I mean, A for effort on that play there, but maybe if he would have taken a step back a little bit sooner, he may have been able to glove that one. But I do believe that'll go into the books as a hit. There's not much. I mean, that was just an excellent almost play by Beiswinger, and they will indeed put it in as a hit. And that puts runners on first and second. Scolati gets the base hit, and that brings up Paul Safransky. And now a visit to the mound here for the Post 400 Stars. But if there's one thing that we've seen from the Stars during this postseason, is they don't let plays like that get to them too much. They shake it off and they bounce right back on the next play. So we'll see if that's the case here as Coach Fichtner comes up to the mound to have a chat with his players. As we reach the 1 hour mark of the ball game now, as Fichtner breaks the huddle. Umpire didn't even have to come up and give the warning. That's pretty impressive. That might be a first this entire season, and not just with the Stars, but for most teams that we've covered here on Magnitude Sports this year. So once again to reset, Ryan McGee on second, Americo Scolati on first, Paul Safransky the batter. 0 for 0, he was walked last time he was at the plate. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th, and the tying run on second for Hopkins. And that pitch is going to be grounded to short. A little flip. Oh, he's going to go to first. Got him at first. Man, that was too close for comfort there for the Post 400 Stars, I'm sure. But that will end the inning, as it looked like he was going to go on that flip to second. The runner was already there, Scolati was, and Safransky on the last split-second decision by Rarick, throws him out on a 6-3, and that ends the inning here in the fourth. The top of the fifth is next here on Magnitude Sports.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. Go Promo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
All right, welcome back. Gabe Olson still on the mound here. I have him down for 58 pitches. That could be a couple more here. Once again, my numbers as far as pitch count are always unofficial. Should have 4 hits for Hopkins here. We'll add another hit to the board here for the Flyers. There we go. Now that is right. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for either team. No runs on 4 hits. Post 400 left 3 on base. Hopkins has left 4 on base so far. Here's Eli Mock. Flied out to Scolati in right field last time he was at the plate. Steps up to the plate, takes the first pitch into the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. 1 hour and 2 minutes time of the game now. And this one's going to be popped up, and it could be a chance there for either Olson or McGee, or maybe the catcher, and it will be Mauser who makes the grab. Nice play there by Jack Mauser. That puts 1 down here for the Stars and brings up Jackson Beiswinger. So batters 8, 9, and 1 officially is batter 8 and just retired there on the nice play by the catcher Mauser. And now Jackson Beiswinger, batter 9. Oliver locked on deck will return us to the top of the order, and we'll see if we can get further into the lineup or not after that. And comes in for a strike to Beiswinger. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and that'll be a strikeout for Beiswinger, as that one kicks some dust off the mitt of Mauser there. And now it's 2 away. Now the top of the order, Oliver Luck, who's had no luck, no pun intended. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs, one to second, 1 to short. And this pitch will miss high and a little bit outside for ball 1. That one's down the middle. Excellent pitch there by Olson. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. Two more games after this one here before day 1 of this tournament wraps up. And that will be a quick ground out to the pitcher, and that will end the Stars' threat here in the top half of the 5th. It'll be Charlie Schaefer, Jackson View, Cole Byer, 8, 9, and 1 for Hopkins when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, welcome back. Kobe Sen on the mound. Looks like he's at about 55 pitches right now. Mike Mason alongside Janice here, working, helping us out on the scoreboard and graphics. We certainly appreciate you tuning in, whether you're cheering on the Flyers or cheering on the Stars, wherever you may be watching from. We're glad that we could bring this game to you. The winner plays at 7:30 tomorrow night against an opponent to be determined, and the loser will play at 12:30 tomorrow against an opponent to be determined. Wherever the Stars end up, we'll have that game for you here on Magnitude. And wherever the Flyers end up, that game will be live on the Midco Sportsnet stream on their website. They're streaming today and tomorrow. And then the final 3 days of the tournament, the teams will move to television. And they'll have play-by-play and all that good stuff on TV. So check your local listings for the Midco Sportsnet channel in your area. And we want to give them a big thank you for allowing us permission to broadcast the Stars and Patriots here on Magnitude Sports, as we have followed those teams pretty much all season. Maybe missed a game here or there, but for the most part, it's been a fantastic season here for our local teams, and especially, and point proven, that the fact that they're playing down here in Sioux Falls this weekend. But with that said, we certainly wish the best of luck to all the other teams in the tournament too, and hope that both fan bases have enjoyed this broadcast so far. And we know that the Stars fans are enjoying it just a little hair more, probably. Nice run and grab there by Oliver Luck. And he may have not had any luck on the batting side of things, but he's had some pretty good luck out in right field today. And maybe that pun was intended. So Schaefer will fly out to right field. That brings up Jackson View now. 1 away, no runners on, and a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th for the Post 400 Stars on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. That one will pop away for ball 1 to Jackson View, who grounded out to second by Swinger, 4-3 into the glove of Andy Mock last time he stepped up to the plate. And Sen will deliver and high and in for ball 2. At 60 pitches and only allowing no runs, 4 hits. There's a good chance that Sen might be able to finish this one out, depending on how the last couple frames of this game go here. 3 balls, no strikes. And now will be a 4-pitch walk to Jackson View. And that'll bring up Cole Meyer, 0 for 2. Ground out to second and a ground out to short on his 2 trips to the plate today so far. And now we'll have a visit to the mound here for the Stars. Kind of had a hunch that was coming on after Sen walked Jackson View. I kind of peeked my head over towards that first base dugout, and nobody was moving, so I took a step back, and now all of a sudden my initial hunch was right here. I don't think they're going to take Sen off, but they're definitely going to talk things over here. Because once again, Stars leading 1-0. They have the tying run on first with 1 away here, and they'd like to get out of this inning. It looks like maybe we will have a new pitcher. And they will. That'll do it for Sen. So on 62 pitches, if that's his official count, I have it here on my phone. I had to take a picture of it because it wasn't available on any of the other information that I had. But let's see here. Okay, so if he's at 62 pitches like I have him, he'll be required 3 days rest, because 61 to 80 is in the 3 days rest category. So we'll have a new pitcher here, and we'll tell you who that new pitcher is right after this break here on Magnitude Sports.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, it's Jacob Jereshevsky on the mound here for the Post 400 Stars. And it looks like Kobe Sen will move to second. And let's see here. And that's his normal position. Rarick still at first. I wonder if Byswinger just came out of the game. I don't see any other defensive changes here, so Kobe Sen moves to second, from the mound to second. And it appears that all the other defensive lineup here for the Stars remains intact. As we come back to the bottom of the fifth. Runner on first is Jackson View. Should he come around and score, Kobe Sen would be responsible for that run. And then everything moving forward would be the responsibility of Jacob Jereshevsky, who's on the mound now. And he'll deliver that pitch a little bit high for a ball. It's 1-0 to Cole Byer, the batter. Once again, Jackson View leading off on first there. Jereshevsky will check him, now deliver, and in for a strike. 1-1 the count. And this one off to first base, scooped up to second, now back to first. They got him! Wow! I wasn't sure they were going to get the runner at first. That ends the inning. It took 2 pitches for Jereshevsky to take care of the Flyers. Check that, 3 pitches. And that's 1-0 going into the 6th, and the Stars up to bat when we return after this.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic. At Healing.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th here. It's Easton Rarick at the plate, swinging a miss for a strike. It was a 3-6-1 double play. I had to double check our YouTube channel there because I couldn't quite see who all moved around there. A 3-6-1 double play to end the inning, and now a deep fly out to left will produce out number 1. So I'll update my scorebook there. So once again, it's a 3. See, first to short, back to the pitcher at first, who came to cover the bag. So a 3-6-1 double play. And now Eric flies out to left, and the pitch to Kobe Sen. Yep, it is Kobe Sen. Comes in for a ball, and it's 1-0 to Sen, who struck out and singled. And now he's going to single to left. If not double, he will pump the brakes at first. And he has 2 singles now here, and that's a big hit for the Stars as they get a runner on with nobody out. Brings up Colton Almy. Both teams with 4 hits in this game. Hopkins has left 4 on. Post 400's left 3 on base through 5 innings of play. And that pitch will drop in for a ball, and it's 1-0 here to Colton Almy. Called a lot of 4-6-3 and 6-4-3 double plays, but you don't see a lot of 1-6 or 3-6-1 double plays. See, and that's why you don't see a lot of them, because I still can't spit it out like I could in like a 4-6-3 or a 6-4-3. So that was a pretty impressive play there by the Post 400 Stars. And when Mock went to second base, I wasn't sure if they'd get the throw back to first in time, but they did, and just in the nick of time. So they take care of the lead runner, risk getting the fielder's choice, putting the other runner on, but they are able to get back and get the double play and end the inning, and now they have a chance to add some insurance runs here in the top of the 6th. Check swing, I think he went. They'll appeal to second base, and he did go. It'll be 1 ball, or it'll be a strikeout is what it'll be. And that brings up Caden Graff. Caden Graff, 1 for 2. A single to right. It was thrown out on a drop third strike. Now he takes strike 1 here. And that pitch is up a little bit high for a ball. And 1-1 the count as a result. And a balk is called, actually, so take the ball off the board. Is actually 0-1. And Kobe Sen will advance to second. And now no balls in 1 strike because that pitch didn't count due to the balk. Now it's fouled off just to the right of our broadcast station here. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. So runner in scoring position, 2 away. And Caden Graff could possibly come up with the biggest hit of the game here for the Stars if he could connect. But he won't connect, and they will strand another runner in scoring position. And that'll bring up Jack Mauser, Jake Perry, Brock Zimmer here in the bottom half of the 6th. And it's a 1-0 game. It's been a tight one. And don't go anywhere because anything could happen in the next 9 outs. Once again, Mauser, Perry, and Zimmer when we return after this.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 as we move into the bottom half of the sixth. An hour and 20 minutes into the ball game. And once again, this is Jack Mauser stepping up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Fly out to right and a ground out to short. And this one's going to be popped up. It's going to center field. And getting underneath it, there's Colt Naomi. He makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. And now it'll be Jake Perry to try his luck here against Jaroszewski. As these batters starting to see Jaroszewski for the first time, even though they've been up to the plate a couple times in this game now. Kobe Sen would be taken out with unofficially 62 pitches. So depending on how far the Stars advance, that would make Kobe Sen available to pitch later in this tournament if they needed him to. And the 0-1. And this one going to be popped up left field, going deep. And in foul territory, making the grab, it's Caden Graff. And that's 2 away. Nice play there by Caden Graff, as most of those that have been hitting that general area have been hard to track down. Caden Graff had no problem tracking that one down and recording out number 2. And it's a quick 2 up, 2 down. And that brings up Brock Zimmer. And this one popped up to left field as well. Left center. And at the warning track, making the grab on the run is Colt Naomi. And 3 pop-outs. 1 to right, 1 to left, 1 to center. And that ends the Flyers' hopes in the 6th. They'll get one more chance in the 7th as we move to that potential final frame coming up next here on Magnitude Sports. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You can capture the moments and memories of this game and all of our past sports broadcasts on DVD. It makes a great gift for a parent, relative, son, or daughter. Please allow 1 to 2 weeks for standard delivery. Place your order now, quickly and easily at msportsnet.com/DVD.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 as we move into the top of the 7th. And the Stars are up to bat. They'll bring Andy Mock, Tate Gustafson, and Eli Mock to the plate. It's batters 6, 7, and 8. For the Post 400 Stars, as the Flyers go 1, 2, 3, fly out to left in foul territory, fly out to center, and another fly out to left. And let me double check my my stat book here. Once again, Jaroszewski coming into the game takes care of 2 batters on 3 pitches in the 5th, and takes care of 3 batters on 3 pitches in the 6th. You could not ask for a better production than that from any pitcher, regardless of the team or coach. That's pretty impressive right there. Top of the 7th now, and the pitch is outside for a ball to Andy Mock, who's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out to third on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. And Olsen still on the mound. I have him down. That was pitch 80 according to my numbers. And so he's approaching that limit there. Once again, the limit's 105. But he might have enough to finish out this game. 2 balls and no strikes. And now it's 3 balls and no strikes. And keep throwing too many more balls, and that pitch count will climb higher than wanted. Sooner than wanted. And the 3-0. Up high, walks him on 4 pitches, and that brings up Tate Gustafson.
Now batting Tate Gustafson.
1 hour and 25 minutes. It's been a fairly quick game here. And that usually happens when there's not a lot of scoring. He's going to show bunt, pull the bunt back. The pitch comes in for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Gustafson, who's 0 for 1. He was walked his first time out, and then he grounded out directly to first last time he was at the plate. Once again, runner on first there is Andy Mock. Got there on a 4-pitch walk. Showing bunt, bunts it down that first base line. And the sack bunt will move Andy Mock up to second. And that puts 1 out on the board. So 1-3 throw out on the sacrifice bunt, moving Andy Mock to second base. And that brings up Andy's brother, Eli. Both teams have left 4 on base. Both teams have had 4 hits. And the only thing that's different right now is that 1 run in the top of the 3rd. So far, that has held up. Of course, we saw Osseo against West Fargo earlier this morning. Osseo won 3 of their 5 games. I believe it was at the state tournament on walk-offs. Not sure how many walk-offs Hopkins has had this season, but went a little bit too far. They will appeal to 3rd, and they say that he swung, and which I agree with. And that's a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Eli Mock. Once again, Andy Mock on second, 1 away. Jackson Byswinger on deck. Nope, check that. They're going to have a different batter on deck. I'll have to double check my roster here. And that one is low and out for a ball. That makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Take a peek at the roster here. Is going to be Jacob Jaroszewski will take the spot of Byswinger in the 9 spot. And he's on deck right now. We'll see him if no double plays happen. And the pitch. And that one will be a drop 3rd strike, and he'll most likely run that one out. Now put runners on the corners. So Eli Mock reaches on a drop 3rd strike that got away from Mauser. And Mock moves over to 3rd. Runners on the corners for Jaroszewski, who will bat here after the visit on the mound here for Hopkins, as they would love to get out of this trailing only 1-0. And right now they're in danger of having that go to 2-0 with a runner on 3rd. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you today by our friend Sean Carlson, mortgage lender at Town & Country Credit Union. Go Promo in West Fargo. Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. ProMark Services in West Fargo, as well as the Ball Yard in Fargo, bringing you broadcast coverage today of the game between the Post 400 Stars and the Hopkins Flyers, and we certainly appreciate their support. Also, a big shout out to Midco Sportsnet, as they graciously allowed us permission to broadcast the Stars and Patriots. They didn't have to do that. They had the rights to this tournament, and they said, hey, go ahead and broadcast. We are cool with that. Just stay out of our cameras, and we'll be good. I'm like, hey, I think I've stayed out of the cameras of most games where other broadcast stations have been at. But we certainly appreciate their support of Magnitude Sports and allowing us to broadcast the Stars and Patriots here in Sioux Falls. A little bunt, dropped it right in front of the plate, and at the plate, he's out. So they tried the squeeze bunt to get the runner home, but it wasn't quite deep enough into the infield, per se, and that will not allow Andy Mock to score, but it will allow Eli Mock to advance to second. So he's tagged out at home, and Eli Mock up to second now. That takes the runner. Oh, then Jaroszewski will reach on a fielder's choice bunt, I guess you could say. So runners on first and second for the Stars with 2 away. And Oliver Locke is the batter. He is 0 for 3. Ground out, ground out, ground out. Second short pitcher in that order on his ground outs. 2 balls, no strikes here to Oliver Locke. And Gage Olson, this, according to my numbers, is pitch 93. And that one comes in for a strike. 39 balls, 54 strikes on 93 pitches unofficially, according to my numbers. They took the strike out and put it up as a ball, I guess. So 3-0 instead of 2-1. And now he'll be walked. And now the bases are loaded, and I want to peek over. I don't see any movement from coaches yet. Easton Rarick with a big opportunity here to really break this one open in the top of the 7th. Did peek at the third base dugout where Hopkins is at, and the coach just gave a hand signal to Gabe Olson, and nothing more than that. Swung on, hit up, fouled away. I think this is the first time in this game that the bases have been loaded. (0-1) and fouled away for 0-2. Rarick 1 for 2. He singled to center up the middle. Then he was walked, and then he would fly out to Safransky in left field on his most recent trip to the plate. Now with 2 away, the base is loaded. He stares down an 0-2 count here from Gabe Olson. We'll see if Olson can pitch his way out of this as time is called by Rarick, as he'll step out and dig back into the batter's box. Kobe Sen is on deck should Olson not get anybody out here. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup delivery low, ball 1. And according to my numbers, that's pitch 97. So he could be right around 100 if my pitches are off by a couple like they normally are. And that one's foul tipped at the plate, and it will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Left side of your viewing screen, and it'll remain 1-2. So fouled for an 0-2. Then he throws the ball to make it 1-2, and now he's fouled off 2 more pitches. If that pattern continues, it would suggest that the count will go even at 2-2 after this pitch. We'll see, though. Here's the windup and the delivery. That one's going to be popped up, and backpedaling there's the second baseman charging in, and making the diving catch is Jackson View. Nice play by Jackson View, and that ends the inning, and it remains 1-0 as the Stars will strand all their runners on base with the bases loaded. And now the Hopkins Flyers have a chance to walk it off. They'll need 2 to do it or 1 to force extras. We'll see what happens when we return after this. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. That is not a misprint there. It's 1-0 heading into the bottom of the 7th. This game is cruised along. It's an hour and 35 minutes old right now. And once again, Jaroszewski coming in last inning, taking over for Kobe Sen, or actually 2 innings ago. He has retired 5 batters on 6 pitches. And in the bottom of the 6th, he retired 3 batters on 3 pitches. 3 pitches. That's hard to say. 2 flyouts to left and a flyout to center. And if anything similar to that happens again here in this inning, the Stars will win this game. And that 1 run in the top of the 3rd will hold up to end up being your final score. But don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. It's Ryan McGee, Americo Scolati, and Paul Safransky. Batters 5, 6, and 7 for Hopkins to try and advance them into the winner's bracket for tomorrow. Post 400 Stars looking calm and collected out there, and they have been playing some hot baseball over the last 20 or so days. Can they get a win here against Hopkins? They're almost there. 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan McGee, 1 for 2. Ground out directly to first, then he would single past Kobe Sen, or past the second baseman, who wasn't Kobe Sen at the time. And this one will be popped up and out of play. Results in 2 balls and a strike. Well, I'm sure that the fan bases for both of these teams are on the edge of their seat right now. And that will be a direct ground out to first. It's the 2nd time in the game that McGee is directly grounded out to first. He did it on his first at bat, and depending on what happens here in the next 2 batters, it might be his last at bat.
Right fielder number 21,
Americo Scolati steps up to the plate, 1 for 2. Fly out to left center, and then he would single into shallow right center. And this one's going to be popped up, and Oliver Lucht is there for the catch. 2 away, and the Stars are 1 out from a win here in Sioux Falls. Scolati flying out to right, and that puts it all on the shoulders of Paul Safransky. A solo home run would send this thing, or I wouldn't send it to extras necessarily, but it would tie it up. That much is for certain. But we haven't seen a whole lot of balls hit to deep into the outfield yet. We've had a couple reach the warning track, but a lot of rainbow shots into the outfield and nothing really elevated with a launch angle to get it out of the park. No balls and a strike here to Safransky. He walked and then grounded out to the shortstop Easton Rarick on his 2 trips to the plate today. And a strike is thrown, and Jaroszewski needs 1 more strike to win this game for Post 400. Here's the 1-2, and that'll hit him. He'll reach base instead, and he'll have to face another batter. And that'll bring up Charlie Schaefer, and hopefully he's okay. I looked down for a second there and didn't realize it hit him as bad as it possibly could have, but he did not get up. It looks like he's holding the backside of his leg. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Magnitude Sports has delivered over 1,000 broadcasts capturing all fourth quarter comebacks, walk-off home runs, buzzer beaters, 62-point volleyball sets, and double overtime victories. The excitement is on Magnitude Sports. Over 150 teams from 5 states and 2 countries have been featured on Magnitude Sports at both the varsity and sub-varsity levels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and select your alert preference so you never have to miss that big moment from your favorite area sports team. Find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right. The ball hit him right on the back side of the kneecap, right where the leg bends. And I'm sure it was nothing more than maybe like a Charlie horse type effect, because I'm sure that hurt pretty bad. But let's see who they. So Safransky hit by a pitch. Who do they put on first in his place? Looks like number 15. That will be. Let's check out our roster here. So Aaron Ani will take over the running responsibilities on first here for Hopkins. As once again, we have 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Runner on first. And Jaroszewski was a strike away from winning before he would. They're going to try and pick him off at first. No success on that attempt. Once again, Aaron Ani is the runner on first for Hopkins. 1 hour and 41 minutes, the time of the game so far. And it's been a good one. Swing and a miss for a strike. And it's been just a slightly bit better one for the Post 400 Stars fans watching. But once again, the tying run on first and the winning run at the plate. With 2 away. And a little grounder towards third. And he'll mishandle it. And now runners on first and second. And that'll be an error. It'll be an error charge to the third baseman. Schaefer reaches on that error. And will that prompt any action from the coaches for Post 400? It doesn't look like it. So that's the first error of the game. And now Jackson View, 0 for 1, ground out to second and a walk. And that one hit up high, right field and fouled away. Good for strike 1. Jaroszewski needs to just. This one to second, grounded, flip to second. He's out and the game's over. And the Post 400 Stars have picked up their program's first win at the Central Plains Regional Tournament in program history. A 1-0 win on a run in the 3rd inning of play. And they will advance to play at 7:30 tomorrow night against an opponent to be determined. And the 2 teams will meet up. This was an excellent game, and for a moment there, you thought Hopkins might have had a chance to pull this one off, as the Stars making a couple of mistakes that cost them, almost cost them, I think is the better way to put it there. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and get you some final stats and all that good stuff here after this couple-minute break here on Magnitude Sports. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, Just Go Promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Magnitude Sports has delivered over 1,000 broadcasts capturing all fourth quarter comebacks, walk-off home runs, buzzer beaters, 62-point volleyball sets, and double overtime victories. The excitement is on Magnitude Sports. Over 150 teams from 5 states and 2 countries have been featured on Magnitude Sports at both the varsity and sub-varsity levels. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and select your alert preference so you never have to miss that big moment from your favorite area sports team. Find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, welcome back to the Birdcage here in Sioux Falls, and the Post 400 Stars picking up a 1-0 win on a run scored in the 3rd inning of play. Time of the game, 1 hour and 44 minutes. And that run in the 3rd inning was scored by Easton Rarick, and it would be Colton Almy who would reach on a fielder's choice that would score Easton Rarick, who would eventually end up at 3rd, and that would be the only run that the Stars would need to pick up the victory. Want to say hi to Jack. Says, party at my house if 400 pulls this off. Well, Jack, I hope that you have enough chips and hot dogs for everybody's coming over. Gloria, Grandma Judy says, way to go Stars, watching from Grafton, North Dakota. And Jim from North Carolina says, applause. Many thank yous for the awesome broadcast. See you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow as well, Jim. Certainly appreciate you tuning in. Once again, we know it wasn't the result the Hopkins Flyers were looking for, but we certainly hope that you enjoyed the broadcast regardless of the final score there, as the airplane flies over the stadium here for like the 5th time today. And I always have to turn off our field mics when it flies over for a couple of minutes. But not a whole lot of numbers to look at, but let's look at the numbers regardless. Easton Rarick with the lone run, he got 1 hit. And let's see here. And he was also walked once. Kobe Sen started out pitching, moved to second base. He would get 2 hits on 3 at-bats. Colton Almy would get credit for that RBI, even though he didn't get a run or a hit, as he'd reach on a fielder's choice. Caden Graff, 1 hit on 3 trips to the plate, and then zeros across the board for the rest of the team. Team totals, 24 at-bats, 1 run on 4 hits, 1 RBI, 4 batters walked. And then defensively, or 7 left on base. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Once again, official line score here is Post 400, 1 run on 4 hits, and they committed 1 error, and they leave a total of 7 on base. Hopkins, no runs on 4 hits. They commit no errors and left a total of 6 runners on base. That's going to wrap up our coverage for day 1 of the Central Plains Regional Tournament. If your team is playing in the next 2 games, you can catch it on the Midco Sportsnet website. I know the Sioux Falls Post 15 Twitter has posted out the link to that. I will find it and retweet it to the Magnitude Twitter as well. Speaking of, you can follow us on social media online at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. And once again, if you missed the game, you can watch it on demand in about maybe 5 minutes from now. This game will be available here as we'll be coming to an end of our broadcast here in just a couple of minutes. Also, our upcoming schedule. So now we know, this will refresh, I believe. So now we know that the West Fargo Patriots will play at 4 o'clock, and then the Stars, with the win, will move into that 7:30 time slot. Hopkins will move into the 12:30 time slot, and that 12:30 game will be found on the Midco Sports Network website. And if your team ends up playing the Patriots or Stars, then we'll have it for you here on Magnitude Sports as well. We thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, your final score, the Post 400 Stars 1, the Hopkins Flyers 0. And that wraps up Magnitude's portion of coverage here. Remember, the next 2 games can be watched on Midcoast Sportsnet Online on their stream on their website, and they'll have the next 2 games for you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow at 4 o'clock here from the Birdcage in I almost said Fargo. Birdcage in Sioux Falls here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. 4 o'clock, 7:30, our broadcast tomorrow here on Magnitude. Talk to you then.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.